Math 122, week number 10. Last week, our last problems of the week, and I'm looking for another data set, some correlation analysis. What are we getting at? Specifically, if you check out the instructions, lots of words in here, but some of it sounds familiar. Select data. Well, we did that last time. I was picking sports, the score, the statistics. Some of you picked movies, box office receipts. Some people picked statistics about the world, population of the countries, and so on and so forth. Great, you picked data. However, we focused on one measurement. In this case, for this week's problem of the week, I'm looking for two measurements. I am looking for two different numbers. So what do I mean specifically? I mean, for instance, here's my statistics for the Lakers. If I need two measurements, when you look at all these numbers, you need to pick two different... Whoa, I'm sorry, that went backwards. If you're picking the statistics, you need to pick two different columns. For instance, the score here and the opposing team score. You need to pick two different numbers. Okay? Not two numbers going this way, two numbers going this way. So the team score and the opposing team score. Some of you might be able to reuse like the movie statistics or the global statistics, but think about what I mean when I say two different variables, two different measurements. In this case, I got four. I picked two different ones. To make the point one last time, I'll pick a new data set. Hey, what if we look up at the sky and think about all those planets and stars and everything else? Well, planets got a lot of statistics, right? The size, the weight, the speed, all this stuff. Sure enough, you go on the internet, you can find lots of numbers. Some of the stuff like aphelion, yeah, I'm going to skip that one. I'm not too clever about all those things. But if up at the top, this is all I need. I say the mass. How big is it? Diameter. How big across is it? For these 10 planets, well, I guess the moon and Pluto are not planets. Come on, Pluto, I still got love for you. I think you're still a planet. But mass and diameter, those are two measurements for my data set. So you're going to pick something of interest, in this case the solar system, and find two different measurements. Once you have that, what are we doing? This sounds sort of similar to what we did before. I'm sorry, this sounds similar to what your homework is asking you to do for week 10. You need to find a correlation using an R value. Check the week 10 video. I go through the homework video. I show how to do that. And scatter plots. And I show you how to do that in the week 10 video as well. However, I'll go through it again here just to reinforce the point. So I'm going to get to Excel. Here's that same data I just showed you about the planets. I'm emphasizing isolating just the mass and just the diameter. I was talking about correlation. To reinforce, equals makes Excel think like a computer, like formulas. Type correlation. I have to just get Corel. Double click it. It gives me that parenthesis. Parentheses says, give me some numbers. Well, I don't click them all like this. You got to separate them. Pick the mass, comma, pick the diameter, and then close the parentheses. So it tells me the correlation is 0.86. If you check the notes, that's a good correlation. That says, yeah, the bigger the planet is, probably the heavier it is. Makes sense. Okay, so that's my R value. That's my correlation. I also was talking about scatter plot. So scatter plot is a little easier. I can just pick the numbers all together like this. Don't have to do them step by step. Pick all the numbers, go up top to insert, and I got all these graphs right here, this little dot here. That's my scatter plot. And look at that dot. Look at the plot. There are no labels. I can get away with no labels in this case. But you see the dots. They start going up, and they kind of curve like this, but in general, they go up. What does that tell me? It tells me, yeah, there's a correlation. As this gets bigger, this is going to get bigger. As the mass gets bigger, the diameter gets bigger. This is my correlation. Tells me exactly that. One gets bigger, so does the other. The graph, the scatter plot, tells me the same thing. As this goes up, the other dot goes up. As this measurement goes up, the other one. One topic, planets. Two measurements, mass and diameter. What is your topic? Ooh, I'm sorry about that. What is your topic? Some of you picked sports. Some of you picked movies, population, all that sort of thing. Whatever your topic is, you need to make sure you have two different measurements, get a correlation, and get a scatter plot, and post all that information you find to Blackboard and respond to some other folks. And that's it. Then you don't have to worry about these discussion boards anymore. So go with that. Any questions, you can let me know. And then we'll be through with this course soon.